Hello and welcome back to English class. Today we are continuing to work on our twist analysis system. We've done the TW and the IS. Today we're working on the TT part of the acronym, so that's tone and theme. Our objective today is I can complete the TT part of the twist analysis for Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. This will be our last day with Still I Rise, so enjoy it while it lasts. Our agenda for today, we have our do now. You're watching this video, we're going to go through the whole process together, then you'll do your TT practice, and then you will have an exit ticket. All right, so it's time for you, when I say pause, you're going to pause this video and get started on your do now. Your do now today is just to answer a question. Make sure you're writing in complete sentences. There should be 2 to 3 of them in that box when you're done. All right, pause now. Great, you're back. Wonderful. We're ready to continue with the lesson. At this point, you should have your do now complete in order to be on track. All right, so we're working on our TT part of our twist acronym today. The first T stands for tone. Well, it's actually the second T in the acronym, but it's the first T we're working on today. This is a recap of what our tone slide looked like when we were first learning the twist acronym on Monday. Tone is all about the author's attitude towards the subject. And we look at, when we're trying to figure out the author's attitude, we look at the words that they chose to include. So let's talk about tone for Harlem. This is our model poem. I'm going to model identifying the tone of Harlem by Langston Hughes. So let's read over it again. Harlem. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode? All right, now I can look at my tone questions. My first question is, what words stand out to you in the poem? So when I was reading, what words were particularly vivid, particularly interesting, particularly strong? Fester stands out to me. Stink and rotten both stand out to me. Sags stands out to me. Heavy stands out to me. And explode stands out to me. So I have fester, sore, stink, rotten, sag, heavy, explode. Okay, those words are definitely pretty negative words. So overall, I think whatever tone Langston Hughes is taking, it's probably more of a negative one because those are all pretty negative words. So now I need to look at my list of tone words to figure out which one best fits the attitude of the poet. So I have this list of tone words here. You're going to see the same list in your document when you get to work later. And these first 2 columns are positive tone words. These second 2 columns are negative tone words. So I'm going to look over the negative one and negative ones and see which one seems like it works the best for me. Okay, let me come up with a couple of options. Doubtful, frustrated, detached, disappointed. Okay, frustrated and disappointed stand out to me as the best options because in this poem he's talking about how the dreams of the African American community have had to be put off and how that's not really fair and what's going to happen now that everybody's in this community has been putting off their dreams for so long. So I think he's frustrated by that situation and he's disappointed in that situation. But I think frustrated seems like a little bit of a stronger choice to me. So that's what I'm going to go with. So you're going to do the same work in your document when it's time. You're going to see in your document, it's going to ask for words that stand out to you from the poem. This is the list of words that I chose. Then you're going to choose one tone word from that list I just displayed that you think best describes the attitude of the poet. My word was frustrated. And then finally, you're going to write an explanation. I gave you some sentence stems in your digital worksheet, so you're going to be using those. The explanation is actually the most important part of the work. A lot of you skipped it when we were working with imagery and style. Make sure you don't skip it today. Actually do the explanation part. That's the part of this that is worth the most points. So please make sure you get your explanation in. For mine, I wrote, in the poem Harlem, Langston Hughes creates a tone of frustration through his use of negative words like dry, fester, and stink. This tone helps to emphasize the unfairness of the dream deferred referred to in the first line. All right, so when I say pause, and not before, you're going to pause your video and switch to your digital worksheet and do this work. This is what you're filling out in your digital worksheet. You should be in the tone box answering these 3 questions. Please note that there are 3 questions to answer, and all 3 of them should be complete. Anywhere you see something highlighted in yellow, you know you need to do some writing. If you have a hard time with this section, please give me a call or text me, and I'm more than happy to help you. All right, pause now, switch to your digital worksheet, come back to this video when you're done with the tone section. Wonderful, you finished the tone section. We're ready to move on to the next part of our work today, which is theme. This is a flashback to what our theme slide looked like when we were first learning about twist on Monday. There's only one question in your digital worksheet for you to answer about theme. But you can go through this process if you're having a hard time coming up with your theme. You might just be able to come up with it easy without having to go through this process, and that's fine. But if you need a little bit of extra help, these are the questions to ask yourself. First, what is the topic of the poem? What are the big ideas that are coming up? Second, what does the poet want you to learn about the topic? And how can you turn that lesson into a life lesson for us all? So we're going to talk about it for Harlan. What topics or big ideas come up in this poem? So there's really only one for Harlan. It's a very short poem. And the big idea is about dreams and putting off your dreams. That's the big idea. So what lesson does Langston Hughes want me to learn about putting off your dreams? Well, he's going through all of these different potential things that could happen if you put off your dreams. So I think his idea is, and he's not really telling me which one is correct. I mean, he ends with explode, so I think that's probably what he thinks happens to a dream that gets put off, but he's not telling me that that's the case. So I think his main message is that whatever happens when you put off a dream, something is going to happen. You can't put it off forever. It's going to have some consequence, some result that you're going to have to deal with. So for my big idea, for my topic, I wrote putting off a dream. And my theme is you can't force someone to put off a dream forever. Eventually, a dream deferred will come up in some way, be it pleasant or unpleasant. Remember, the theme should be a life lesson that anybody could apply to their life. It shouldn't be specific to the poem. It should be something anybody could learn from. All right, that's our work for theme. When I say pause and not before then, you're going to switch over to your digital worksheet and write a theme statement for Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. If you're having any difficulty with your theme statement, please text me or give me a call. More than happy to help. Think about the big ideas that come up in Still I Rise and what Maya Angelou wants you to learn about those big ideas. Pause now, go to your digital worksheet, do that work on theme, come back when you're done. All right, I'm glad you're back. You finished. At this point, you should have your do now complete, you should have your tone questions complete, and you should have your theme statement complete. If you have all 3 of those things complete, you're ready to move on to your exit ticket. For your exit ticket, as usual, you're just clicking the link in your digital worksheet, answering those multiple choice questions, and then you will be done for the day. Thank you for all of your hard work. Again, if you need any help, if you're still confused, give me a call or text me, and I am here to help you out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.